What is up, everybody? I'm the Retro Nerd and welcome to another episode of Retro Night, and this time around we are playing Toy Story for the Game Boy. Now, if you all may remember, I already played Toy Story for the Sega Genesis, and I probably won't play it for the Super Nintendo because, well, it's the same game, and the same could be said about the Game Boy version as well. It's pretty much just nothing more than a level-by-level recreation of the first two Super Nintendo, and well, they probably all came out around the same time, but it's nothing more than, you know, level by level recreation of the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis one. So pretty much you got the same attacks. Woody has his little, he can pull string and tie up people with it, or tie up enemies with it. That's mainly how he attacks. He's got his jump. You can use tennis balls to jump on, go higher with stuff, collect stars because they're like coins, and yeah, pretty much that's it. It's pretty much just the same game as the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis one. The only problem is that it is really fucking laggy and your character moves pretty fucking slow. That's my only gripe with the game, is that this version is slowed down compared to the other two versions. Now you're probably like, well, Travis, that shouldn't be a problem because, well, it's a Game Boy, right? No, that is a huge problem, because there's games that have more, you know, sprites and stuff on the screen that are constantly moving, that, you know, run 10 times faster and better than this one. This one only mainly has one sprite pretty much on the screen at all times, besides maybe a couple other sprites, but that's not until you encounter them. But you always have one major one, which is your character always moving, and he moves slow as shit. So that is kind of a problem. Then you add in the factor of the other ones, and you're still moving fucking slow. That's a huge problem. Because like I said, you know, you got the football games and stuff like that that have a whole bunch of sprites constantly moving, and then you got like NBA Jam and stuff like that, you know, constantly have sprites moving all the time, and they work perfectly and don't lag whatsoever. So let's get down to if I think this is a good game or not. It's good in the fact that they didn't try to make a different game for the Game Boy. That's good. That's a good idea. It's like, just keep it all the same, because, you know, some kid might actually like the Sega and the Super Nintendo ones, and like, oh, well, I have it on the Game Boy. Hopefully it's the same. You know, don't fuck it up and don't, you know, change it. There's some companies that will release one game, you know, version, like let's say for the Super Nintendo, and it's fucking awesome, and then you'll get the Game Boy one, you're like, well, the fucking Super Nintendo one was fucking awesome, this one will be too, and it turns out that's shit. So it's good that they kept all the levels and all that idea pretty much the same. What's bad about it is the lagginess, you know. I mean, some characters on the screen even move faster than your character, but for whatever reason you lag like shit. Music's a little but like I said, I never count music so much because you know, well, it's a fucking Game Boy. It didn't have that great sound quality, and the speakers were terrible on it. You know the drill. But it's a good game for a kid that you know, likes Toy Story. So, you know, if they like it, then get it for them, because they'll enjoy it. Other than that, for me or anybody that was a fan of the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis games, don't play it. It's a horrible one because of the lagginess. But like I said, for kids don't know any better. They'll just fucking play anything. But anyways, guys, I've been the Retro Nerd. This has been an episode of Retro Night, and we were playing Toy Story for the Game Boy. Go check out the other videos, the other Toy Story one where I played Sega Genesis version, and hear my thoughts about that. Retro Nerd out.